Alex Eala has just done the absolute unthinkable on the grass courts of Berlin. What we have just witnessed is not just a regular first-round upset. This is a monumental, earth-shattering seismic shift in women's tennis that has left the entire sporting world completely speechless. If you had told anyone before this match started that a rising star from the Philippines, someone fighting through the qualifiers and facing the most brutal draw imaginable, would walk onto the court and completely dismantle the newly crowned Queen's Club champion Donna Vekic, they would have called you absolutely crazy. But tonight, belief defied the odds, talent defied the rankings, and Alex Eala didn't just win a tennis match, she literally destroyed the champion. Welcome back to the channel, tennis fans, and if you are jumping out of your seat with Pinoy Pride right now, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell because we are breaking down every single jaw-dropping moment of the greatest victory in Alex Eala's career so far. Let's set the stage. Because to truly understand the scale of what Alex Eala achieved today, you have to understand the absolute mountain she had to climb. When the Berlin draw was released, everyone looked at it and unanimously agreed it was a total nightmare for the young Filipina. Round 1, and she draws Donna Vekic. We are talking about Donna Vekic, who is currently playing some of the most dangerous, flawless grass court tennis of her entire life. She literally just came off an incredible dominant run to win the Queen's Club title, taking down top-tier players left and right, including a spectacular victory over Emma Raducanu. Vekic came into Berlin with all the momentum in the world, full of confidence, heavily favored to make a deep title run, and looking like an absolute unstoppable machine on this surface. On paper, this was supposed to be a routine, comfortable victory for the experienced champion, and nobody outside of the Philippines gave Eala a realistic fighting chance. The commentators were treating this like a warm-up match for Vekic, talking about how the brutal draw was just an unfortunate learning experience for the young prodigy. But Alex Eala clearly did not read that script. From the very first serve, the energy on the court was electric, and you could tell immediately that Eala wasn't there just to participate or put up a decent fight. She stepped onto the grass with a look of pure, unadulterated determination in her eyes. Vekic started the match with her trademark aggressive style, booming big serves and trying to push Eala deep behind the baseline with heavy, flat ground strokes. A lot of young players would have folded under that kind of immense pressure, especially against a player carrying the confidence of a fresh trophy. But instead of backing down, Eala stood her ground right at the baseline and started trading absolute rockets with the champion. Her forehand was firing like a laser beam, catching the lines consistently and forcing Vekic into uncomfortable defensive positions. The crowd could sense the tension building early as Eala earned the first break point of the match, screaming with intensity after every single winner. When she consolidated that break with a phenomenal hold of serve, holding her fist high in the air with the Philippine flag metaphorically on her back, the entire stadium realized that we were not watching a routine match. We were watching a war. Vekic tried everything to change the momentum, using her immense experience to mix up the pace, throwing in heavy slice backhands to keep the ball low on the grass, and attempting to drag Eala into prolonged tactical rallies. But Eala's movement was utterly flawless today. Her footwork looked like she had been playing on grass her entire life, sliding into shots and adjusting beautifully to the low bounces. Her anticipation was so sharp it felt like she knew exactly where Vekic was going before the ball even left the racket. Every time Vekic hit what looked like a surefire winner, Eala would somehow track it down, lunging across the court to fire back an even faster passing shot that left the champion completely stranded. You could see the frustration building on Vekic's face as the first set progressed. The missed targets, the heavy sighs, the frantic looks over to her coaching box. She simply could not comprehend how this young challenger was neutralizing her biggest weapons so easily. Eala closed out the opening set with an absolute masterclass of aggressive tennis, leaving the tennis world in absolute shock as the scoreboard showed the underdog taking the lead. But a true champion never goes down without a massive fight, and we all knew Donna Vekic was going to mount a fierce comeback in the second set. The Queen's Club champion came out swinging with absolute fury, raising her first serve percentage and playing with an added layer of desperation. The intensity reached an all-time high as both players held serve in a grueling physical battle of attrition. The rallies became longer, the hitting became harder, and every single point felt like a mini-drama unfolding on the court. Vekic began to find her rhythm, hitting the corners with pinpoint accuracy and putting immense pressure on Eala's service games. There was a crucial moment midway through the set where Eala faced multiple breakpoints, and it felt like the match was about to slip away and head into a deciding third set. The pressure was suffocating, and the entire stadium held its breath. This was the ultimate test of maturity for the young star. Instead of rushing or panicking, Eala showed ice-cold composure, saving those breakpoints with back-to-back aces and a brilliant, gutsy drop shot that completely caught Vekic off guard. That hold was the definitive turning point of the entire match. It sent a clear message to the champion that Eala was not going to break, no matter how hard she was pushed. With the momentum firmly back in her hands, Eala turned up the heat to an entirely new level, playing with a degree of fearlessness that you rarely see from a young player on such a massive stage. She broke Vekic's serve in the very next game, executing a brilliant return that landed right at the champion's feet, forcing a costly error. From that point on, it was an absolute demolition derby. Eala's confidence was sky-high, and she was playing with total freedom, hitting lines, converting unbelievable defensive lobs into offensive winners, and dictating every single point. Vekic looked completely broken and defeated, unable to find any answers to the sheer pace, depth, and relentless intensity coming from the other side of the net. When Eala served for the match, her hand didn't shake for a single second. She stepped up to the line and delivered a flawless service game, sealing the historic victory with a magnificent forehand winner down the line that left Vekic completely frozen in her tracks. The moment that ball landed in, the emotions completely boiled over. Eala dropped her racket, fell to her knees on the grass, and covered her face in absolute disbelief as the realization of what she had just accomplished washed over her. The crowd erupted into a deafening roar, filled with the cheers of incredibly passionate Filipino fans who traveled far and wide to witness history in Berlin. It was a picture-perfect moment of pure joy, contrast against the image of Vekic sitting on her bench with her face buried in her towel, completely shocked by the brutal upset. Eala didn't just survive the brutal Berlin draw. She conquered it in the most emphatic, statement-making way possible. She walked onto the court as the massive underdog and walked off as a giant slayer who just announced herself to the entire tennis universe. This victory changes absolutely everything for Alex Eala's trajectory, sending a massive shockwave through the entire tournament draw and putting every single player in Berlin on high alert. If she can dismantle the Queen's Club champion in straight sets with this level of dominance, there is absolutely no limit to how far she can go. This isn't just a win, it is a definitive declaration that she belongs at the absolute top level of professional tennis and can beat anyone in the world when she plays with this kind of belief and intensity. The Pinoy Pride is sweeping across the globe tonight, and the entire sports world is buzzing about the phenomenal star from the Philippines. What did you think about Alex Eala's unbelievable performance today? And how far do you think she can go in this tournament after pulling off such a massive upset? Drop your thoughts, congratulations, and predictions in the comments below. Smash that like button if you are proud of this historic win. Share this video with every tennis fan, And don't forget to subscribe for more breaking updates and deep dive analysis as we follow this incredible, unfolding journey. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the very next video as the tennis world continues to burn from this massive explosion. This historic victory is going to be talked about for years to come, and it completely cements Alex Eala's position as one of the most dangerous and exciting young talents in the modern game. To walk out on the grass courts of Berlin against an opponent as elite and experienced as Donna Vekic, who was riding high on the massive momentum of her spectacular Queen's Club title run, requires a level of mental fortitude and raw skill that very few players possess. Eala didn't just survive a brutal draw. She completely dominated the narrative, proved all the critics wrong, and sent a powerful message to the entire WTA Tour that she is ready to conquer the biggest stages in tennis. As she moves into the next round, The entire world will be watching to see how far this incredible momentum can carry her. The belief is sky high, the energy is undeniable, and the global audience is absolutely buzzing. Make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know your predictions for her next match, and smash that like button to show your support for this incredible journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for daily updates, in-depth match analysis, and exclusive insights as we follow every single step of this unfolding historic season.